the idea of getting permits is very overwhelming. In fact, I know it's stopping you right now. There's one person watching this video right now that's like, I do not want to deal with permits. When I think of permits and what is scary to a lot of people, it's how do I even, what's the process to even do it and get it started? And then the other part is, I know it can take a really long time, which means money, and I don't want that to happen. All right, Michelle, I brought you here because we actually have a new endeavor, right, that we're working on together. I'm super excited to talk about this, but I actually have lots of questions. So Is it okay if I ask you some questions? Sure. Amazing. So you have experience in permits. There's gonna be a lot of people watching this video that are like, oh, I want to fix and flip. I want to do co-living. I want to do rentals. I want to do all sorts of stuff. But the idea of getting permits is very overwhelming. In fact, I know it's stopping you right now. There's one person watching this video right now that's like, I do not want to deal with permits. You kind of have some background in this, so answer me, here's a couple questions. Number one, what experience do you have with permits?
I worked in the sign industry for almost 14 years, pretty much at one company. And so when we were finding the bottleneck of having actually out of state with the contractors, there was always a bottleneck of time delays. So that's where I stepped in and took over these permits. And so I have all the knowledge of how to navigate through the planning department, how to navigate through the building department. I build the relationships. It's key to build the communication with the planners and that relationship of trust.
Love it. Because yeah, when I think of permits and what is scary to a lot of people, it's how do I even, what's the process to even do it and get it started? And then the other part is, I know it can take a really long time, which means money, and I don't want that to happen, right? So it sounds like you have the experience and know, hey, what the process looks like. And then when you keep talking, when I hear you talk about relationships, etc., it sounds like that's has a lot to do with the timeline.
It sure does, because they'll give you a little bit more feedback, and they know you. They like the relationship, they like the communication, you're on top of your things, they're built it for you.
Got it.
Basically.
So when I tell someone and they're gonna go do a fix and flip project or co-living or something, and they're gonna go do their permits, the big disadvantage would be that they don't have those relationships. And do they want to go spend all that time building relationships for the one project or the two projects that they have? Or what if they're not doing it in the exact same city and now they have to go build relationships in another city, county, etc., versus that's where someone can leverage, that's your true value.
Yes.
Is you come with those relationships.
Yeah, I sure do, because I've been in this industry, like I said, 14 years, and I didn't work in California just there. I did nationwide. I ran an account, and so it was in Florida, it's in Texas, it's in Utah. I mean, I built great relationships not only with planners, but even subcontractors. So I know the ins and outs of certain jurisdictions, how they work, what they prefer, what it entails. So I built years and years of relationship with them.
Oh my gosh, this does not sound like something that I want to do, and I don't think they want to do it either. So, which is what causes you to have so much value. And so we've decided to partner together because I do a lot of projects, and I've been looking for somebody to step into this role to do the permits and project management, right? Because the skill sets of doing the permits and managing timelines sounds a whole lot like project management and having relationships with contractors, etc. So I'm super excited to build this with you. I think it's going to take a ton off of my plate, right? So you're going to be doing a lot of this for me, but we're also going to be able to help a lot of people as well, right? So that's fantastic. So I think as we get going, you're becoming part of our turnkey co-living, right? We have turnkeycoliving.com where we're going to be helping other people do co-living, where we will be providing the house, which you don't have to deal with that part, right, of finding a deal. We have our transaction coordinator that helps with all the paperwork. We help them get the right insurance. It's like this whole circle. I almost can't help myself but move around in a circle. And then we get into the construction. And you're gonna be the project manager to help all of those projects move forward.
Yes. And
Right?
It's key to have one person because the communication stays between the investor and the project manager. And I'll handle the permits as well. So it's key to just have that one person handle all at once.
Exactly. And I think anybody watching right now is like, yeah, I could see myself working with Michelle. Right? You're very nice, you're very easy to talk to. And you'll help them through that whole conversion process in the co-living model. Now we'll still help people get permits for other types of projects beyond co-living, but I can say we've known each other for a little while, but more recently kind of firming up, this kind of partnership. And I can already tell you from the questions that I've asked you and from what you've already have tried to take off of my plate and do for me, you have more connections than I realized. You have more experience than I realized. And I think we would all be very lucky. And I feel extremely blessed to have you on our team.
I feel grateful just to partner up with somebody who has the knowledge that I'm looking for. And I feel grateful that I'm able to give you my knowledge, my background, and the connections that I have. So I think it's an awesome connection that we have amongst us, and I'm so looking forward how big we can grow this.
Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. We're gonna be able to help so many people, right? And guess what? No one's ever gonna not do a deal again because of permits, are they?
Gotcha.
We've wiped that off the plan. Heck yeah, nice job.